Hello, beautiful. It's Katrina of The Katrina Johnson Show, a safe space for women healing from childhood trauma. If you tuned in last week to the podcast, you'll know that we spoke about the biggest lie about women of childhood trauma, and that lie was that they never heal. Well, today I'm going to expand on that a little bit. I have a video that I'm going to play that is about a woman by the name of Cortia that suffered childhood trauma. She'll tell her story, and I can personally relate to her. And there's a few things she said in that video that if you listen to my podcast of last week and probably the week before, I think when I was introducing the platform and the direction I was going, I mentioned, particularly last week, I mentioned how one of the things that got me through my childhood trauma was that I wanted to live past the trauma. She speaks on that as well. She talks about wanting to live. And so that is what helped her. She talks a bit about forgiveness, and that is so key. And I believe I spoke about that too, right? So if you have been following me on my podcast, by the way, before I pivoted to this new, I'd say, topic, or this new pivot that I've taken to speak to women of childhood trauma, you will also know that I spoke on forgiveness in a previous podcast episode, and that was probably a year or two ago. Forgiveness is so key to life, to be honest with you. So if you missed that episode on forgiveness, you'll want to check that out. I might have done a series on it. I can't remember, but I'll just tell you need to check it out because it was powerful. But as far as this particular episode go, this woman, she really does get emotional, and it got me emotional. And speaking of getting emotional, I was actually speaking to someone. We were on a Zoom call. It was a brief meeting for a mastermind class that I just recently joined. And I was sharing some of my story as far as why I'm doing what I'm doing, as far as speaking to women of childhood trauma. And as I was speaking to her, I got emotional. I started crying. And I felt like, oh, wow, why am I doing this? I was apologizing for doing it. You don't have to apologize. I didn't need to apologize. And this woman who was being interviewed, again, she got emotional, and the lady that was interviewing her got emotional. So it just reminded me that that's okay to get emotional, because when there is something that's dear to your heart, and this woman has overcome, and this is the reason why I want to share this with you. She has overcome in a phenomenal way, and I'm just thinking that this is going to really bless someone. So I encourage you to check it out. I will leave all the information as to the entire video will be in the show notes, because I'm only playing a snippet of it, but the entire video, you can watch it yourself, and I'll leave again the information in the show notes. So without further ado, be blessed by this woman who triumphantly got over the abuse that took place as a child, and is helping other women, and is just living an abundant life in the area of moving forward, okay? Because abundance is not all about the money and the things. An abundant life is living a life that's fulfilling, that you have overcome some of the things that might have happened to you. Abundance means so much more. It has to do with your overall way of living, the wholeness that's in your life. And so that's the reason why I inspire people to live their best lives, you know. Living your best life is living in